Alrighty, hey Pilates people, welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today is going to be a classical flow with variation. So what does that mean? We're just gonna be switching up the classical flow, just adding in maybe some single leg movement, maybe adding resistance, taking away resistance, just playing around with the classics. I have Josie here, my lovely body. She is going to honor her body, and please, you are going to do the same. A couple of things you're gonna need today. Your reformer, of course. We're gonna start with 2 mediums and a heavy spring. So for balanced body, I have 2 reds and a green. You will need a sticky pad, right, for when we do stomach massage. If you don't have one of these, it's fine. You can just lessen the spring. And then you'll need either a dowel or a maple pole, something like this. I'm just using my roll down bar, and you'll of course need your box. So once you have all of those things, your 2 mediums and a heavy spring, you're gonna go ahead and lie back, and we're gonna get started with some footwork. All right, so when you're lying down here, your headrest is in your comfortable position. Make sure that you are centered on your carriage. So run your hands, up and down the sides of the mat. Turn your head from right to left. Right, again, make sure that you're centered. So let's start with all 10 toes on, heels together, toes apart, and every toe pad is connected, even your little nub of a pinky toe. So start keeping with the carriage in. I just want you to find this long line out through the crown of your head and down through your tailbone. And I want you to also start to get connected to that deep back rib breath. Right, so as you breathe into the sides and the backs of your ribs, allow that to kind of push your arms out a little bit and feel how that broadens your collarbone. Right, the arms are actively reaching down and into the mat. Hopefully you're starting to settle into that neutral spine, heavy tailbone, heavy ribs. And then on your next inhale, keep the shape of your spine and press the carriage all the way out. And then think of getting taller as you exhale, pull the carriage in. Good, inhale takes you out. Exhale pulls you in. Good. So here's your opportunity here to set yourself up for the rest of class. Equal weight into your feet between right and left, across the toe pads, all the things. And palms are suction cupped to the mat, right? We need that arm to back connection for so many other things. Now I want you to press the carriage all the way out here. Yep, and just stay out there and just let your shoulders and your neck relax, right? So just give yourself that exhale here. And then on your inhale, could you maybe open up the coils of the springs a little bit more, maybe get your waistline a little bit longer, and then exhale, just feel that deep work, keep getting longer, longer, longer. Good, and now take another big breath in. Without shrugging the shoulders up, right? It's the crown of your head reaching further away. Good, and as you exhale, feel your waistline corset and maybe create more space between your vertebrae. Good, take another big breath in. And then on your exhale, just bend your knees and pull the carriage home. Good, let's go ahead and come up onto the arches. Your legs can either be zipped up or slightly apart. So toes are wrapping up and over, heels are reaching down and under. Go ahead and inhale, press the carriage out, and then exhale, pull yourself home. Inhale takes you out, stick the booty out as you come home. Good. You got it. Think of this big toe to inner ankle bone, inside of the knee, inner thigh line, like all being coming together here. So if the legs are zipped up, they stay zipped up here. And keep fighting for length every time you come home, right? It's the spring's job to compress you. Let's do 2. Beautiful, last one here. Good, and then pull yourself home. Let's come onto the heels, either again, hip socket or slightly apart. So all 10 toes are pointing up to the ceiling right now. Think of your feet being flat up against a wall. Keep them up against the wall, and now press the carriage out on that inhale, and then exhale, pull yourself home. Every now and then I like to press it out and just take a look at my feet and just see, is my brain matching what I'm telling it, or are they matching what my brain's telling it? You know what I mean. Good, so think of your feet being like sandwiched between my arms. There you go. That left big toe is just doing something funky there. Good, think of the big balls of your feet pushing forward just a smidge, and that pinky sideline pulling back. Good, let's do 3. Right through the center of the heel. 2. And last one, go ahead and pull the carriage all the way in. Let's come back down to that first position. So all 10 toes are on, heels together, toes apart. Good, go ahead and press the carriage all the way out. And that point where we found that pause and we were really trying to lengthen the waist, I want you to try and find that here. So feel like you're pushing the foot bar away from the crown of your head. Now, can you keep the length in your waist? And now lower the thighs down first, push your heels under. Really drive them under the foot bar and now lift them up. Good, you lower and then you lift back up. So as the heels push under, toes wrap up and over and lift. Good. Think of those inner ankle bones really trying to hug together. It's so tough. Yeah. Good, let's do 3. And 2, think long thighs, long reaching thighs. Last one here. Good, we flex the feet. Good, and now lift the heels. Good, bend your knees, come all the way home. All right, so go ahead and straighten your legs out over your foot bar, zipper up through your inner thighs, go ahead and reach the arms up to the ceiling, and then go ahead and roll yourself all the way up, up, up. And now let's drop a spring off. So one heavy spring is gonna come off, and let's just stay on the 2 reds or 2 medium springs. And your foot bar can go all the way down. Let's do that. Foot bar goes all the way down. Headrest is still up in your comfortable position. So yeah, you got to do both of them. Yeah, no worries. They both, I know. Yep. All right, so go ahead and lie down. And let's start with your knees into your chest for today. Little like baby frog position. Reach back for your short loops or your handles if you're on classical. So I want you to wrap your fists around, punch your fists up to the ceiling. There you go. So right now you're kind of doing a plank position. All right, so feel that your chest is kind of drawing down and your fists are reaching up. Go ahead and lower the arms all the way down and into the mat and pause here. Active punch out through your fist to create space between ears and shoulders. All right, now if it's available, I want you to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Feel that your tailbone is heavy, so booty feels like it's kind of sticking out. And now straighten your legs out to your working angle. I want you to feel like you're pushing the foot bar away here, right? So that hold that we did with toes on, find it here. You're just now in an upper ab curl, okay? Without changing the shape of your spine, start pumping your arms here for your 100. There you go. Keep reaching out through your fists and keep pushing the feet into this imaginary foot bar. Right? Carriage stays still, spine stays still. The only reason it's going to move is because you try and curl up a little bit higher. Good. Think fists forward, abdomen pulling back. There it is right there. Yep. I saw that. I know. Oh, good. And now could you push down into me here? So if I was there, I'd ask you to push down into my hand with your heels, just a smidge here. There you go. Good. Good. Last exhale, 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 exhale here. Good. Now hold here. So stop pumping the arms. Good. And now without letting your back just fall or your head just fall, can you float the arms up, 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 and then resist everything from coming all the way down. So legs can lower down, head can lower down. Okay. So from here, let's go legs zipped up together in parallel. We're going to do our overhead. So make sure your headrest is down, pretty please. Arms are straight. Beautiful. Now lower the arms down to the mat. Legs come up just to 90. Pause here. So find your chest expansion arms, right? Think upper arm bones into the mat, fists into the mat. And now if it's available, legs are going to come up and over for your rollover shape. Now think of your hips, your thighs reaching up to the sky. And here's our first variation here. So cross your right leg over your left leg. Really squeeze the inner thighs together and now round down through your spine. Roll down, roll down. Once your hips hit, legs are gonna lower, arms are gonna float up. Beautiful, arms come down, legs go up and over. Good. Think chest away from chin and now uncross, recross your legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together and now round down through your spine. Think hips away from ribs. Good. Legs lower, arms lift. 2 more times. Arm press down, legs go up and over. Uncross, recross. It's from the hips. Good. And then roll down, melt down, melt down, melt down. Nice work. Nice control. Good. Again. Weight goes into shoulders, not into your neck. Beautiful. Hold here. We uncross, recross. Good. Find your inner thighs. Melt down. Spine gets longer. Good. Legs lower. Arms lift. Now arms come back down. Knees come into your chest. Beautiful. All right. So we're in just like a little baby Pilates V. Once again, if it's available, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. There you go. Good. Now bend your elbows just to 90. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs out, and hold here. All right. Imagine you've got a band on the outside of your ankles. You're going to open into resistance, close in resistance, and now bring the knees all the way into your chest. Arms get longer, and now bend your elbows. Good, again, straighten the arms, straighten the legs out. Good, hold here. Right knee comes into your right ear. Left leg reaches out long. It's pushing an imaginary foot bar away, and then switch legs. Push into me, push that foot bar away. Good, and switch. Use your exhale to pull the knee further in, and switch. Good, we're gonna need this for a teaser. We're gonna need this for our stomach massage. Reach, 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 reach. Yes, the exhale with knee into chest, and inhale as the legs pass. You have 3, there you go. And 2, I know, keep reaching with those arms. Last one, good, bring your knees into your chest, good, and arms can just float back up, feet can come down. All right, so go ahead now, just hang up your straps, go ahead and come up, and then let's do 1 medium spring. So 1 medium spring, you're gonna have a seat up against your shoulder blocks, but like barely touching them. I could slide a sheet of paper back there. All right, so legs are zipped up, they are straight. You're gonna take your thumbs and hook them onto your long loops. Okay, so rowing from the chest here, so your elbows are kind of pinned in and palms are facing down, okay? I want you to think of sticking your booty out behind you and finding a tiny pitch forward. Now, in order to do this, your legs are like, they are not staying straight, lady. You can have a soft bend to the knee, but still, for those of you out there, fight for the straight leg, okay? So really hug the big toes together, and now straighten the arms out to that high diagonal. Good, keep the pitch forward, keep the flat back, lower the arms down, you tap the mat. Arms are gonna lift back up to that high diagonal pause here. Carriage from here does not move. Start to lift the arms, lift the arms, lift the arms. They're gonna go up at that high diagonal, and now the carriage might move a little bit as they open out wide to the side, get taller, taller, taller. Elbows come right back in. Good. Have we shifted back into the shoulder box, or we still at that forward pitch? Just like that footwork we did on the chair, right? So punch the arms out. Good. They lower down, broad collarbone. There we go. They lift, and then keep reaching into the straps, right, to keep the carriage from moving, and then arms open out wide and circle down. Good, 1 more like this, right? We punch out, there's your push-up. They lower down, you get taller, tap the mat. They lift up, keep reaching. The reach comes from your back, and then open the arms out wide. Beautiful. All right, now flex your feet, pull all 10 toes back. You're gonna dive up and over. So shave the mat, round forward, think fists below your feet. Even below the springs if you can. There you go, good. Now arms are gonna come with you as you stack your spine up tall. So arms lift, keep reaching from the back, keep reaching from the back. There you go, good. Stack everything up, sides of the neck long, open the arms out wide. And nice job keeping the carriage quiet. Good, again. Fist, dive up and over. Think ribs off your thighs here. Now the carriage is not gonna move. Keep reaching forward and stack your spine up tall from tail to crown. Keep reaching away from the blocks, away from the blocks. There you go. Once you stack up tall, arms open out wide to the sides of the room. Good. Again, last one here. Shave the mat. Good. Keep pulling your belly off your thighs. Arms lift. Everything stacks up. Keep reaching forward, keep reaching forward, keep reaching forward. I know it's freaking crazy, right? Arms go out to the sides. Awesome. Okay. Crisscross applesauce the legs. Switch up your grip to now you're in the forefinger under as opposed to the thumbs hooking. All right, so we're gonna sweep the arms around and come to this thumbs together, index fingers together, okay? Start with the arms straight. Yep, so knees are reaching wide and down, and you're in that tiny pitch forward, all right? So from here, I want you to exhale as your elbows bend wide, hands come to the top of your head, and then inhale the arms back out. If the hands can come behind the head, great. If not, they just come somewhere on your head. Good, and then inhale back out. Good. Exhale, you bend. Keep the sides of your neck long. Inhale the arms out. Beautiful, yep. And now I want you to straighten the arms out. Keep this little pitch forward, but I want you to think of finding a little rounding through your upper abdominal. So maybe let your head drop a little bit. Think of pulling back through the base of your ribs, but your tailbone's still kind of sticking out. So you're like in an upper ab curl. Now bend your elbows wide again. Yep, go to where you can, and then inhale, go back out. So as the arms reach out, the upper abdominals pull back. Here's your backstroke like we do on the box. Yep. And again, the reach comes from your back. There you go, good. Last one here. Good, arms go out. You can kind of stack your spine up tall to a flat back. Open the arms out wide for your hug, and now hold here, uncross, recross the legs. Yep. Knees are reaching wide and down. You are lifting up tall out of your back here, okay? So you're gonna keep the pitch forward and now hug the fists together. and then open the arms wide. Good, hug the fists together, fists come together, sternum pulls back, and then open the arms out wide. As the arms go out wide, the temptation is to want to sit back. You gotta keep kind of leaning forward. Let's do 2. There you go. Last one here. Good, get taller as the arms open out wide, and just go ahead and hang up the straps. Awesome. All right, so let's grab your long box, and your foot bar is gonna come back up. So we're gonna stay on the spring that we're on, which is the 1 medium spring. Go ahead and come lying down on your stomach, head towards me. So your head will be somewhere in line with the foot bar. Legs are zipped up together. I want you to imagine like there's a second box behind you right now. So you're trying to lift your toes and your knees just barely off of that box, right? But when we do that, the pubic bone is driving down, all right? Hands are wide onto the foot bar here. Think of pulling apart on the foot bar so you feel your upper back engage and your chest stay open, okay? Hold this long line and just press the carriage out to straight arms. It's very light. And then bend the elbows wide like chicken wings as you pull yourself home. Right, so this is just an open hand shave. That's all this is. Right, so find the same breath pattern here. It's an inhale as the arms go straight, and then an exhale as the elbows bend wide. Good. Now, as you're doing this back and forth, I want you to start to think of your low abdominals trying to float up off the box, right? Impossible, but just think about it. That's gonna help support your back when we go into extension. So now go ahead and press the carriage out to straight arms. Allow your abdominals and your ribs to lift with you. So arms stay straight. Go ahead and lift yourself up into your extension. There you go. And you get longer as you come all the way down into that long line. Yep, and now bend your elbows wide. Carriage comes all the way home. Good, again, press it out. Good, let the ribs come with you. Can you keep your feet hovering off that second box though? Super hard. There you go. And then come all the way down. Elbows bend wide. Beautiful. Last one like this. Go ahead and press it out. You rise up. Think of getting longer. Tailbone gets longer as well. Beautiful. And then come all the way down. Nice length there. Good. Elbows bend wide. Beautiful. Now we're going to go out and we're going to play a little bit. So come up into your extension, but maybe like halfway, maybe 3/4 the way. Let's do that. Perfect. Elbows are going to spiral in a little bit. And now bend your elbows. Lower yourself down. Yep. And then press yourself back up. Carriage might move a little bit, that's okay. You're just doing a tricep press here. There you go. Again, think elbows spiraling in so they stay narrow. Beautiful. You got it. Again, allow the ribs to come with you as those arms come straight. Are you feeling triceps at all?
Yes.
Good. We have 3. Nice, long, beautiful neck. And 2. And last one, you go up to straight arms. Now maybe you could bring the carriage in a little bit more, find a little bit more lift. And then you come all the way back down, elbows bend wide again, find that long neck as you come all the way home. When you're here, just go ahead and drop the foot bar all the way down. We're gonna stay on that same spring. Let's go ahead and climb off the box. And we're now gonna come around and stand at the end of your carriage. So I know we've done this variation before, so we're actually not gonna do the full pull straps today. We're just gonna do it with no springs, or I'm sorry, with no straps and with our feet underneath the foot bar. So go ahead and come standing right here. You're standing on your platform. Your hands are kind of at the middle-ish of the box, but on the sides. And let's go Pilates V here. I want you to press the carriage out into a plank. So go ahead and lower the hips down, your legs are straight, and you're still in that Pilates V. Now, can you lift your heels up high? Pinch your heels together. Good, so you're holding this plank spine. Now just slide the box out a little bit, and then pull the box back in. Inhale as the box glides away. And then exhale, pull the box back in. So just like we've done everywhere else, you're keeping the sides of your neck long, the arms are attached to your back. It's just like that front rowing, right? For 2. And last one here. Good. Now when you come lying down, the edge of the box is gonna come to the middle of your thighs and you're gonna tuck your toes under that foot bar. So go ahead and slide back here.
A little more.
Yep, up a little bit more. So your legs are gonna be straight and your toes are gonna be tucked under the foot bar and then heels together, toes apart. So the foot bar is probably going to move here. In fact, I kind of want it to move because that's telling you that your legs and your lower body's at the party. So lift your heels up high. So think like yes, right? So go ahead and let your head fall down. Arms are just draped down by the carriage here. So feel like your tailbone is reaching to your heels and your pubic bone is going into the box. Now find that head to tail length, right? Just like we did in footwork. And now reach the arms down and back to your hips and allow your chest to rise up, but bring your ribs with you. There you go. Good. Now keep trying to lift up on that foot bar. Good. And now take the arms out to a high letter T. Beautiful. And now bring your arms back behind you, like towards your hips again. And then just lower everything down. Arms reach down. The foot bar might lower down a little bit. All right. Good. So let's do that again. Feel like you're standing in your legs. Arms reach down and back. Right. There's your pull straps. 1. Good. Hold here. Could you reach your arms further away from your body here, wherever they're at? Yep. And now take them out to the side. There you go. Good. So open up your wingspan and now pull them back towards your hips. Maybe your chest rolls open just a smidge more. And then feel like you're rounding up and over the box as the arms come down, and then everything just kind of relaxes down. Good. One more time here. So heels, pinch them together if you can, right? Pubic bone is down. Reach the arms down and back. Strong straight arm. Good. Heart's reaching forward. Arms reach out to that high letter T. Good. And now they reach forward. Reach forward. Good. Now back out to that T. And then back behind you. Good. And now reach them forward again. Reach them forward and feel like you're diving up and over something. Lift up, round up through the ribs and round up and over. Beautiful. Good. Go ahead and bring the carriage all the way in. And then let's step off and we're going to place another red spring on for our backstroke. And obviously we'll have to move this. Perfect. All right, so for backstroke, you're gonna lie on your back and you're gonna take your hands into your long loops. Since I'm here, why not? So your hips are gonna be on the edge of the box here. Your booty's gonna be kind of at the edge. So remember the shave that we were doing, right? It's the same hands, only gravity and springs are really not our friends here. So bring your fists together here. Knees are into your chest. Okay, so we're gonna find spring tension. Go ahead and curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Yes, again, broad collarbone. Arms and legs are gonna shoot up to the sky. Good, they're gonna open and they're gonna circle around and reach your hands above your thighs. So much, maybe you could roll up just a little, reach for the knees, reach for the knees. And now keep the upper ab curl, bend everything all the way back in. Good, again, up on 1. We open on 2, circle everything around, reach above your thighs, reach, right? The reach comes from your back, y'all. You need it, you need it, you need it. And then bend everything all the way back in. Only one more time. Thank God for that. Up on 1, open on 2, reach around, reach, 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 and then bend everything back in and just chuck the straps into the well. I know, thank goodness. Or you can hang them up, perfect. All right, so bring your knees into your chest. Yep, and we're gonna stay lying down here, well, to start for teaser. So no straps for teaser today. Keep holding onto the back of your legs, okay? And just be careful you're not gonna roll off the box here. Yep, so you can just shimmy back. So think of this as almost like coming out of rolling like a ball, but very, very slow. So holding onto the back of the legs, you're pushing the legs into the hands, but pulling back with your arms. And now with control, think bone by bone, start to roll yourself up, 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 find a balanced position at the top. Your legs could go straight, they could stay bent, and then just pause here. Yep, just relax the shoulders, right? Find your teaser today, okay? And now as slow as you possibly can, keep pushing the legs into the thighs. Pelvis rolls back, rolls back, rolls back, and when the knees have to come into the chest, they come into the chest. Head can fall back if your heart so desires. Good. You nervous? To me, it looked like you had enough room. All right, so hold on to the back of the legs again. Use that push to really work the opposition through the stomach and then roll yourself up. There you go. Find the top of your teaser again today. Good, again, legs could go straight. Yep, and again, keep pushing the legs down into your hands as you roll back. Maybe the legs stay straight for, right, the whole time, and then the knees come back. Yes, because that's, yes, perfect. And now the knees can come into the chest. Okay, so now we're gonna come up and we're gonna do some variations, okay? So keep holding onto the back of the legs, and now slow and controlled, roll yourself up. Find the top of your teaser here. Good, okay. So now, can you keep the shape of your spine and pull your right knee into your chest? So go ahead and grab onto your right shin. Think of your left leg as pushing the foot bar away. And now could you switch legs? Yes, push the foot bar away with your right leg and then switch. Use that exhale to pull the knee in. Good. And then inhale on the pass, exhale, pull the knee in. Now keep moving the legs. Could you reach the arms up to the ceiling? Or maybe out in front of you, right? Just find a position. There you go. Good. But what I want you to find is the exhale, the pull of the knee in Exhale, pull the knee in. Good, there you go. Keep lifting up taller even though you're rounded. You only have 2. I lied, this will be 3. Yep, you got it. And 2, there you go. Last one, really push the foot away. Good, now go ahead and bring both knees into your chest, grab onto them and just roll all the way back down. Yeah, look, Ma, no hands. All right, let's go ahead and come off the box. And let's take the box, place it off to the side. Headrest is going to come up. Your foot bar is gonna come up and we're gonna stay on the same 2 medium springs. All right, so long stretch, almost a long back stretch. So hands are gonna come here, feet are gonna come into your headrest crease. Try to like pop right into it. So carriage is still in, you're right into your plank. Little Pilates V, heels are super high, almost if you were trying to come up onto your big toes. Now, just like we did in our front rowing, right? Arms are connected to your back. Go and press the carriage out, 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 and then pull yourself in. Think of your navel going past the foot bar here, right? Inhale takes you out. There you go. And then exhale pulls you in. Think of getting longer, longer, longer. There you go. Again, inhale takes you out. Really pinch those heels together. Nice job keeping them stable. And then exhale pulls you in. Lift up through the upper abdominals. Last one like this. There you go. And now really work that pull apart on that foot bar as you come home. Keep the carriage still if you can. Lower the knees down to the mat. Take your feet onto the shoulder blocks. Get a strong, solid connection of your feet to the shoulder blocks, right? Like you were trying to drive your heels into them. All right, so extension here. So pelvis comes forward. Good, and now really work the push down like you were doing chest expansion and roll the chest open. So really push the chest forward. And now hold the shape of your spine. Press the carriage back through the heels. Yep. And now pull yourself up and through, or through and up, however you want to look at it. Good. Let your gaze go up and back, like you were going to do a back dive up and over your bottom. Go ahead and press the carriage back. Find those inner thighs. And once again, right, we pull apart on that foot bar, lift, get taller, 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 taller. Good, one more like this. Drive back through the heels and keep the energy back through your heels as your arms start to pull and lift you up. All right, there's that opposition. There it is, there it is, there it is. Good, and now can you keep the carriage still? Nod your chin and kind of undulate your spine and hips up into the air. Heels slide halfway down the shoulder blocks for your up stretch. Okay. So don't be afraid to dig your heels down and into the shoulder blocks, okay? That connection is crazy important. So everybody round and lift through your spine, so head is dropped down. I want you to keep looking down at your stomach, your thighs, somewhere down there, okay? Go and press the carriage back. So hips are gonna lower. Now you're in your upper ab curl, right? This is where we were for the 100 here, all right? Pull the carriage in with your hips low, 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 and then when you can't go any further, you undulate your spine up into the air. There you go, hips come back, press the carriage back. Keep driving down through the heels. Think of dragging the hips low as you pull yourself home. There you go, there you go. Good, and then undulate your spine and hips up into the air, press the carriage back. Last one like this, pull apart on the foot bar to get out of your neck, good. As you pull home, pull the shoulder blades apart. Pull the shoulder blades apart, good. Carriage comes home, pause here. Drive your heels down into the mat. So heels come down. If you're super, super tight for elephant, you can always walk your feet forward. So let your head drop and round through your ribs like crazy. Feel like your pelvis is going to your navel or pubic bone to your navel. Keep the rounding of the spine and now press the carriage back a little bit and then pull the carriage in. Keep driving down through your heels, right? Inhale takes you out. Exhale pulls you home. Get rounder, rounder, rounder. Last one. Good, and then pull it home. Keep your feet where they're at. Bring your left hand over to your right hand. So both hands are zipped up together here, okay? Head is still down. Now, think of your left hip going back to the wall behind you more than your right. Yep, now inhale takes you out. Exhale pulls you home. Good, inhale takes you out. Exhale pulls you home. Good, now hold here. Bring your right foot over to meet your left foot. Okay, all right, so now you're in this kind of side bend elephant here. Left hip stays reaching back to the wall behind you. Inhale presses you out, and then exhale pulls you in. Good, inhale takes you out. Squeeze the inner thighs together, good, pulls you in. Last one like this, inhale out. Exhale pulls you in, drive those heels down. Now hold here. Don't lose balance, nobody fall over on me. Can you reach your right leg back behind you? Good. Yes, now really work the left hip going back to the wall. Yes. Now press the carriage back and then pull it in. Good. Yep. As you press out and in, get deeper into the side bend. Your upper body's doing this like banana shape. Are you getting a stretch here at all? Yeah, right? Fight for the stretch. Good. Last one here. Beautiful. Pull the carriage in. Right foot comes down. Go ahead and just take your hands, just stand up real quick. Just give your neck a little break. Yeah. Shake it out. Roll it out. I know it's a lot of being hunched over. How'd that feel though? Good. Yeah. Good. Okay. So feet are back into that same position there, into your original elephant position. Go ahead and take your hands down to the foot bar and now walk your right hand over to meet your left hand. So you're all the way over into the left corner of your foot bar, okay? So we're gonna stay here with feet wide and now go ahead and press the carriage back and then pull it in. So if I was there with you, I would have my forearm underneath your upper abdominals and ask you to lift off my forearm. Good, last one here and pull it in. Good, now your left foot steps over to your right foot. And something I forgot to say, if you need more of a stretch, if you're super limber, you could walk your feet all the way over to the edge, right? Obviously not off the carriage. And now when you're ready, go ahead and press the carriage out on that inhale and then pull and lift up. Good. So on this side, it's your right hip going back, right? Because if you're tight, it wants to come to your ribs. Good. Another one here and then pull it in. Now hold, head is still down. You're still rounding through your ribs. Left leg reaches back. Find the inner thighs. Yep. Right hip stays reaching back. There you go. Good. Press it out. And then pull it in. There you go. Good. Yep. Fight for the stretch, right? When you find the stretch, that's when you know your right hip is really reaching back and there it is. There it is. Good. Last one. Good. Yep. Once the carriage is in, go ahead and just place the foot down. Awesome. Beautiful. And you can go ahead and just step off. All right. So we're going to stay on the 2 medium springs for stomach massage today. You're going to grab your pole, your dowel, your rod, whatever you want to call it, and just place it. If you have enough space, place it on your platform there, and then make sure that your sticky pad is on pretty close to the edge there. So before we get into stomach massage, just go ahead and lie down. Lie down on your carriage here. Make sure you don't push the sticky pad off to the side. Okay. Alrighty. So just now all I want you to do, I don't care where your feet go, just go ahead and roll up. Just go ahead and roll up. Yep. I know, you're pretty close. All right. So now bring your toes onto the foot bar. You're probably going to feel really scrunched up. It's like unbearably scrunched up. Take your hands now to the edge of the mat. So you're in a little Pilates V here. Okay. So every toe pad is connected. Can you bring the carriage home? So your hips are not going to be directly under you. They're going to be forward. Now with your hips forward, I want you to think of this kind of looking up and over your knees because it's very easy to sink right now. Okay. Arms are active. They're pulling you forward, but of course belly's pulling back. Now go ahead and just press the carriage out. Press the carriage out and now lower the heels down. Lift the heels up. Good. And now as you bring the carriage in, hips are going to come under you. Head is going to think of going up and over the knees. Good. Inhale takes you out. Let's add the breath. Hold the breath. Lower the heels. Lift the heels. And then exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale out. Good. Lower. Lift. Empty the lungs. Think of going up and over the knees. Up and over the knees. There it is. Good. So as you come in, right, there's the work. I mean, there's lots of work here. Think ribs pulling away from the thighs. Right? We've done it in a couple other places today. Good. Last one here. Good. Now hold the carriage in. You're going to reach the arms back behind you. Most likely take them into the mats. They're probably going to be right in front of the shoulder blocks. And then if you can, make fists. If not, just take your heel of your hand down. All right. So you're pushing down. Elbows can be bent. It's totally up to you and your body length here. Go ahead and press the carriage out. Good. You lower the heels. Lift the heels and think of getting taller as you pull the carriage home. There you go. Again. So here, even though it's impossible, I want you to think of getting forward on your sitting bones, right? Like we were doing with that front rowing. So booty sticks out as you come home. Because I almost think that the lean back here makes it a little bit easier. Good, last one here. Good, get taller, taller, taller as you come home, home, home. All right, now I want you to grab onto that dowel rod. Okay, and then go shoulder width apart. This is what crazy long one, yeah. All right, so now pull apart on the bar, okay? And now just press the carriage out. Just press the carriage out, hold here. So fists are reaching forward. You are sitting up crazy, crazy tall. Okay, now is where I want you to think of coming forward on your sitting bones. Okay, and now bend your knees, come home. Again, keep reaching up and over. Good. Press the carriage out. Good. And then lift up tall as the carriage comes home. I know it's brutal. Good. And then out. Good. Work the pull apart on the bar. Super important. There you go. Good. Last one here. Reach forward. Good. Now press the carriage out. Hold here. Think pubic bone down to the floor. Now float the arms up overhead. Good. Yep. And now could you maybe lift a little bit higher, but now twist your body to the left or whichever. Keep pushing the foot bar away. Good. And now come back to center. Couldn't you keep the arms above your head and now bring the carriage home? Oh, and then press the carriage out. Good. Lift and twist to the right. There we go. There we go. Lift, 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 lift. Good. And then back to center. Lower the arms if you need. Bring the carriage home. Good. We press it out. Lift the arms back up. We lift and spiral to the left. Lift, 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 lift. There it is. And then back to center. Good. Arms lower if need. Come home. You got it. Again, press it out. Arms lift. You're being pulled up to the sky. There it is. And then back to center. Good. Yep. Bring the carriage home. One more time each side. Pinch those heels together. Push the foot bar away with those big toes. There it is. There it is. There it is. And then back to center. Arms lower. Oh, it's brutal. I know. Good. Last one here. Spiral up. Pubic bone is still reaching down to the floor. There it is. There it is. Good. Back to center. Arms lower. Come all the way home. Drop that stupid bar down. Yeah. Crazy. Way different. All right, so we're gonna stay on these 2 medium springs. You can do away with the sticky pad. Let's do a little chest expansion. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this session, if you need a knee pad, right, go ahead and grab it. I'm assuming if you have all of these accoutrements, you probably have some type of towel or pad. So staying on the two medium springs, kneeling, facing the back end of your reformer, hook your feet around the edge of the mat and your hip socket distance apart. So go ahead and just reach your arms forward. Yep, like you've got zombie arms here. So strong connection through your feet. Feel that your tailbone is heavy and your pubic bone is forward. Now, could you find a little pitch forward, just a tiny pitch forward, to the point where you feel like, oh, there's my legs, they're at the party. And now just lean back, just like an inch or two. And now find that little pitch forward where you feel everything just light up, and then bring yourself back. Yep, little pitch forward, that like little scary moment where you feel like you're gonna fall. And then little pitch back. Okay, now I want you to reach down, grab onto your loops, either long or short, you pick. It's kind of a heavy spring. So could you, before we even pull the arms back, could you find that tiny pitch forward? That scary pitch forward. And now keep this plumb line. And now with strong straight arms, pull the arms down and back. There you go, good hold. Hug the arms in, and then slowly release. That was your test run. Now we're gonna add the breath, all right? So inhale, arms come back. Hold the breath if you can. Turn your head to the right. Yep, turn your head to the left. Good, turn your head to center, and then exhale, release the arms. Good, again, inhale. Now hold here. Push down through your fist, especially your right one here. There you go, good. Turn your head to the right. And now turn your head to the left. Good, turn your head to center and then exhale all of your breath out. Let's go ahead and do the full. We'll do 2 more here. So inhale, arms come down and back. Good, there you go. Good, turn side. Good, turn side. There you go. Turn center and then exhale, release the arms. Last one here. Arms are razor straight. Really feel the back of the arms working here. Good, turn side. Hug those arms in, you're a penguin. And turn side. Good, and then back to center, and then exhale, slowly release the arms. Beautiful. Go ahead and sit the hips back, and then put on another spring, so a light spring. So for us right now, we've got 2 reds and a blue spring. Shimmy your knees forward up against the shoulder blocks, and then choke up on your straps. So like where the webbing is if you have the loops. So strong connection through your shins and your feet. Good, and again, your pelvis is coming forward a little bit, okay? So we're gonna hold this long line, and now just hinge back. Just hinge back, there you go. Find your thigh stretch here. And then when you're like, I'm done with this, you push down into the shins to levitate yourself back up. Okay, one more like this. Lean back, stretch back. There you go. And then lift yourself back up. Okay. Now on these next few, I want you to play around with the idea of not just letting your body weight come back, but making this a hamstring curl, okay? So as you go back, think of the back of your knees sliding up to your cheeks as you come back. There you go. And then lift yourself back up. You got it, yep. Again, back of the knees slide up. Beautiful, and then back up. Make sure those inner thighs are at the party. One more here. If you want to find extension, you're more than welcome. I just wanted to play around with the idea of this being a hamstring curl, not just like a heavy falling of the body back. And then go ahead and come all the way up. Awesome, go ahead and hang up your straps. We are now gonna change it to one medium spring, and you're gonna come seated with your shins up against the shoulder blocks. So, yeah, how am I gonna say this? Your foot bar is gonna be to your left. That's probably helpful information. So shins, yep. And then your foot bar's to your left. Am I saying that right? So you're on your hip, on your left hip. Yep. So can you go both shins up against the shoulder block? Yeah, I know, we haven't done this one before. Okay, so it's gonna be pretty tough, right? Do your best to get both shins up against the shoulder block, and your right hip may not even be touching the mat here, and that's okay. Left hand goes up onto the foot bar, and it's forward of your body. And if you can, bring your left hip back more so they're more square. Okay, so legs are hugging together here. Okay, let's take your right hand behind your head. Let's do that. Right hand behind your head, and then go all the way behind so we can kind of push it. Yeah, okay. So right now, we're kind of struggling just to like sit up straight. So really work this push down through your left arm. We're already in a side bend. Just press the carriage out. Think of this bottom hip sliding under you. Yep, and you're just gonna kind of slink your body down. Now, when we come out here, the left shoulder isn't up into the air. It's drawing down and away. And now when you bring the carriage back in, think of your body going up and over, almost like a little teeter-totter. Yep, there you go. So we really work the length on that left side. And now press the carriage out. That left hip is gonna kind of slide under you. Good, yep. And now press down through that left arm, left side body. You come all the way back up. Good. Now hold here. Can you adjust your spring to a light spring? I'm gonna do it for you. So now we're on a light spring, so that's a blue spring for me. Can you keep that same arm to back connection and now go out without collapsing into that shoulder? Because I know it really wants to creep up into the air. Yeah, there it is, good. And now press yourself back up. You go up and over. So we're working it, now we're stretching it, good. Last one like this. There you go, good. And now think of going up and over that right waistband, up and over, there it is, good. Now once the carriage is in, take your right hand down to that forward shoulder block. Left arm is gonna come up and over, counter stretch. Really dig down into that left hip and really open up that whole left side. Awesome, let's do the other side. But before we do the other side, let's change your spring. So come to a medium spring. How'd that feel?
Good.
Good? Okay, good. I like it with the shins stacked. Oh, it's harder, but it feels really good.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so hips are square here as best you can, of course. Legs are zipped up and shins are pressing up against the shoulder box, again, as best you can. So left hand behind your head. Make sure the right hand is forward of your body on the foot bar. All right, so when you're ready, you press the carriage out. This side, right, it's that bottom hip kind of slides under you. There you go, good. And at the bottom, that's where you kind of find your side bend, right? And then you exactly kind of crunch up. And work that pinky connection on your foot bar here. Go ahead and bring the carriage all the way in, all the way in, all the way in. I want you to adjust your spring to that one light spring. I'm gonna be nice, do it for you here. Good, now can you keep, again, that same arm to back connection on this side? There it is. And then armpit kind of glides down, right? And that's the challenge, right? Can you keep connected to your right armpit as you go out and in? You might be able to go further than her, you might not be able to go further than her, and you know, every side is different. There you go. Really work that pinky line of that right arm. I think we got one more in us, one more. And remember, as you come in, it's a lift up and over. So high-waisted pants, super in. I love them. They're awesome. Think of going up and over that waistband. Left hand comes down to the shoulder block. Right arm is going to come up and over. And here's where you use that left arm to kind of pull your body away from the foot bar. BEA, beautiful. Awesome. And then go ahead and take the arm down. Now we're going to come to 2 medium springs. So 2 medium springs come on for some knee stretches. So come kneeling on your carriage, feet go up against the shoulder blocks again. Okay, so again, strong connection through your heels here, okay? So hands are on about shoulder width or maybe the width of the foot bar. Just like we did with the bar, pull the bar apart like crazy here. Drop your head down, round through your spine, okay? Maybe sit your hips back a little bit. Yep. All right, now you're gonna keep the rounded shape and now press the carriage back and then pull it in. All right, so inhale to press out and then exhale, pull it under you. So just like that stomach massage that we did, right? Feel like that tailbone's gonna go right under you. Yes, right there. Good, inhale out, exhale, pull it under. Good, inhale out, exhale, pull it under. Now, could you pick up the pace? Maybe do a few fast, right? Keeping control, of course. Good, check your neck, check your shoulders. Good, for 2. And last one, good, bring it all the way in. Now kind of articulate yourself out into more of an extended spine, right? It might be more of a flat back, it's up to you. So again, work the pull apart on the bar. Think of driving back to the inner edges of your heels. Press it back and then pull it in. Good. So tailbone, booty stays kind of sticking out the whole time. There you go, knees come under you. Good. As the carriage comes in, hip creases deepen. Sometimes I find it challenging. I'm going from rounding and now I'm going the exact opposite of what I was just trying to do. There it is, yep. And then pull under. Now if you can go faster, we go faster. Yep, inhale out, exhale under. There you go. Good, find those inner thighs, good. Exhale under, good. 2. And last one, good, bring it all the way in. All right, so go back to that rounded shape. Take your right toes up onto the edge of the carriage there. Okay, so your right heel stays kind of lifted, all right? And obviously you still have your left heel connected, okay? So when you're here, you're rounding, your head is dropped. Could you lift your ribs off of your right thigh already from the get-go, okay? So there's your single leg stretch, kind of how we've done before. So now hover your left knee up. Good, you press the carriage back and then exhale, pull the knee into your chest. Good, inhale out, exhale, pull the knee into the chest. Good, you got it. Exhale, pull the knee in. It's a little bit of limited range because of that forward leg. There you go. And pull it in. You got it. For 3 and 2. And last one, bring the carriage in, lower the knee down. Beautiful, let's go ahead and switch sides. So this rounded shape, that kind of pelvis curling under, right? We're doing it, we've already done it, but now we're just doing it with the knee into the chest. We're doing it in a split stance. So when you're ready, hover the knee up, press the carriage back, and then pull it under you. Good, inhale out, exhale, pull it under you. All right, just like your splits, think of that left hip drawing down to your inner thigh just a smidge. There you go. Good. Pull apart on the bar, push down on the bar. For 4, exhale in. Empty the lungs each and every time. Good. 2 more. Pull it in. Last one. Good. Pull it in. Good. And then lower down. Place your heavy spring back on. So you have 2 mediums and 1 heavy. Go ahead and lie on your back for a running and pelvic lift. I'll leave it down. We'll leave it down. So let's go all 10 toes on, heels together, not heels together, toes apart. We'll go parallel. Parallel, parallel. Sorry, hip socket distance apart. So arms are weighted down. You're doing your chest expansion with your upper body. Press the carriage all the way out. Good, and again, let your chest, your neck relax. And now drop your right heel under as your left knee bends. And then lift back up into high heels and then switch. And I don't know why I say drop, because it's an active flex as you go under, right? It's a flex and a point. Good, yep. And now challenge yourself to see how fast can you go, but how stable can your pelvis be, right? Place your hands on your hips if you need to. Do it all the time. Good. And think of those inner thighs, inner knees, kind of just grazing each other as they pass. You have 4 and 3 and 2 And 1, lift the heels up, bend your knees, come all the way home. And now let's come up onto those, oh my gosh, heel pockets. So like the lower part of your arches are gonna come on the foot bar, but kind of wide, all right? So there's a little bit of a turnout here, of course. Arms again are weighted down. Go ahead and tilt your pubic bone back to your navel and find a little tailbone hover. Little tailbone hover, even if the cheeks are still touching. You're gonna keep the tailbone hover and now press the carriage out and then exhale, pull yourself home. Good. Inhale takes you out, pubic bone stays reaching to your navel. Good, and now can you deepen that low back rounding as you come home? So it's a lot of booty, a lot of hamstrings, but it's a lot of abdominals too, because the ribs stay heavy the whole time. So it's those low abdominals trying to assist with that pelvic curl as you go out and in. Good, 2 more here. Good, and 1 more. I almost lost count. I don't know why I say 2 more, and then I'm like, did we just do 1 or did we just do 2? Go ahead and come all the way in, and then just lengthen as you roll everything down. All right, so go ahead and let's come off. You're gonna take off the heavy spring. We're gonna stay on the 2 medium springs. We're gonna finish with our front splits. So go ahead and come standing on your carriage, facing your foot bar. Okay, I see people do this a lot of different ways, but either way, your right ball of your foot comes up onto the foot bar, left heel goes up against the foot, you know what it is? What is that thing called? Shoulder block. Oh my chickens, goodness gracious. Alrighty, so we've done this already. We've done this a few different places. Ribs, try to lift them up off of your right thigh right now, as much as you want to sink down. Right heel, try your best to keep it lifted. It's terribly hard. All right, and now from here, you push the foot bar away, right? Press the carriage out. There you go. And then pull the carriage in. Think of that being a hamstring curl as you pull in. All right, now we're gonna add the breath. Inhale as you press the carriage out. And then as you exhale, pull it in. Think of pulling those ribs off that thigh even more and more and more. Inhale takes you out. And then exhale pulls you in. Right hip is going back, the left hip is going forward the entire time. There it is, you just got square right there. Good, now pull the carriage in and hold here. If it's available, could you take your hands off the foot bar? I don't care where you place them, all right? Inhale, press the carriage out. You can always keep your hands down. And then exhale, pull you in. Think of getting longer and taller wherever you're at, right? Only 2 more here. Inhale takes you out. Nice control. Good, and then exhale pulls you in. Equal weight across those toe pads. Again, inhale takes you out. Don't be afraid to push into that shoulder block. It's not gonna go anywhere. Exhale, pull yourself all the way in. Now round up and over, take your hands down to the foot bar. Drop your back knee down, shimmy your foot up against the shoulder block. Same right hip spiraling down, left hip kind of going forward. All right, now press the carriage back and then pull it in. Same breath pattern here, right? Inhale takes you out. And then exhale pulls you in. Now I know some people are really picky about the shape of your spine here. I'm so flippin' tight, I could not get a flat back to save my life. But I still want you to think of length and the ribs pulling away from the thighs. So keep the carriage in here. Think of your left hip staying forward. Left arm is gonna come up and over. So maybe your right arm kind of pulls you deeper into that side bend. And now take a big breath down that whole left side. And then as you exhale, hand comes down. And we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. However you wish to get there. All right, so left heel, really strong digging in, of course, or your right heel, and your right leg is razor straight. So left hip going back, right hip going forward. When you're ready, hands stay down and go ahead and press the carriage back. Yep. And then pull it in. So the only reason the carriage is moving, right, is because of that left front leg, left hip. That's what's going out and in, or that's what's moving the carriage. And your right leg is just connecting you there, right? That's why we're gonna keep it razor straight, or as straight as you can get it. There you go. Try to keep that left heel lifted. I know it's even harder. And then exhale pulls you in. Now hold the carriage in if it's available. Hands will come up. Maybe they come behind your head, out to the side, on the thigh, you pick. Inhale takes you out. Yep. And then exhale pulls you home. Yep, I saw that correction. Really work that length between, or that space between your ribs and your hip on that left side. There you go, there you go. Good. Again. Good. Pull yourself home with that left hip, back of the thigh. And then when you're in, go ahead and dive up and over, hands come down. Back knee comes down, shimmy the foot all the way up again. So just like we did everywhere else with the foot up against the shoulder block, okay? So when you're ready, inhale takes you out. And then exhale pulls you in. Really work that inner thigh connection. That left, that front knee might want to wing out, but keep it drawing in. Good. One more here. It's also those press downs on the chair. There you go. Right hip reaches forward. So once the carriage is in, right arm is going to come up and over, right? Really work the length on your right side. Good. And now take a big expansive breath in. And then on your exhale, hand is going to come down and you are done. I appreciate you today. If you stayed with us through the whole thing, awesome work. Awesome work. I appreciate you.